is Charlotte Marin, and this is my presentation over the body system. I did the cardiovascular system. I chose to do it for a few reasons, mainly just because I have had family members grandparents on both sides of my family that have passed from cardiovascular diseases. So here we go. The cardiovascular system is also known as a circulatory system. It is made up of the heart and blood vessels. The heart. Your heart moves blood through your body in a circuit. Blood oxygen is exchanged for waste in really tiny tunnels of blood vessels called capillaries. After flowing through your tissue and organs, it returns to your heart. This is where it travels through to get to the lungs and oxygenates to start the entire process over. It repeats this process with every pump thousands of times a day. That's about 2,000 gallons of blood a day. Your body will adapt to your lifestyle, creating more or less depending on your activity level. Obviously, if you're more active, you're going to need more blood supply and you're going to have a better blood flow, and then sedentary, it's going to be a little bit slower and a little bit less. Okay, importance of the cardiovascular system. The circulatory system is the most important thing in your body. Your blood vessels fill your entire body, supplying it with blood, oxygen, and nutrients. It also takes the bad and gets rid of it, the waste of the body. The cardiovascular system transports hormones, enabling communication through your body. Your body's ability to fight off infections and diseases and blood clotting factors are all connected to this system. Another very important trait is temperature regulation. Your body has to be able to regulate its own temperature to maintain a stable internal temperature. Here I included a diagram where you can see just the way the areas of the bodies it goes to. You'll notice there's more red, which are the arteries, and not as many blue. You obviously have more arteries going through your body. Blue are the veins. A vein is an elastic blood vessel that transports blood from various regions of the body to the heart. And then your red are going to be arteries. The arteries deliver the oxygen-rich blood to the capillaries, where the actual exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide occurred. Blood vessel components. Arteries, veins, and capillaries make up your blood vessels. You can think of this intricate system like the workings of 35, I-20, and I-30. Sometimes there's congestion that can cause poor health, like a wreck can cause traffic. Some things are more detrimental than others. Included here a picture of arteries, blood vessel, and veins. Veins return blood to your heart, while arteries carry blood away from the heart. The right ventricle sends low in oxygen blood to your lungs. It oxygenates the blood where pulmonary veins send it to the left atrium. The left atrium sends it to the right ventricle, which is a strong muscle that pumps the blood through the arteries. Blood moving through your body transfers hormones, releases nutrients, and carries away waste. Here I included a list of the arteries in your body. You have your carotid, which everyone knows about, everyone hears about, I feel like on medical movies and stuff, you always hear about that. Your subclavian artery, coronary artery, brachial artery, iliac artery, radial artery. You have your aorta, your pulmonary artery, and then your heart and lungs, and then your femoral artery. And this is the layers of the artery. You have your tunica externa, tunica media, and then your tunica intima. your arteries. Arteries, part of your circulatory cardiovascular system, are blood vessels that bring oxygen-rich blood from your heart to all of your body's cells. They play a crucial role in distributing oxygen, nutrients, and hormones through your body. Arteries keep your body alive and healthy by delivering what your cells and tissues need. Heart diseases that affect the cardiovascular system, coronary artery disease, heart failure, valve disease. These are I put just a few of the many heart diseases and defects. I think these are the main ones. These are the most common that you hear about. So that's why I chose to do these three. And also, these two are how I lost my grandparents. Coronary artery disease. This is plaque buildup or atherosclerosis in the coronary artery, including reducing blood flow to the heart. This can cause angina, which is chest pain, or a heart attack from the blockage. That's how my grandfather died. And then heart failure, also known as congestive heart failure, is where the heart can't pump enough blood and oxygen to meet the body's needs. This is not a sudden stopping of the heart, but a steady decrease in its functions. It can cause buildup of fluid in the legs or other areas. This is how my grandmother passed away, and we spent the last several years of her life going to her heart doctor. She was on medication. Now, I will say she did not change her lifestyle. Now, she wasn't like a sedentary person. She was always up moving, but she was always heavier set. She ate what she wanted to eat. She drank Cokes like they were water. So obviously those all played a factor in her health and kind of how her heart failure progressed, I guess. Valve disease. This affects the blood flow in the heart and body from one or more of the valves not properly functioning. The valves can narrow, called stenosis, or leak, regurgitation. While some cases can be left untreated, others require attention to avoid heart attack, stroke, or death. I think that's, any case in a heart disease, you're going to find where even heart attacks can be treated with medication. It's just, can you get to them in time? Are you living a healthy enough lifestyle? All that plays a big role in heart health. Cheerios. These are all fun facts. Did you know the heart weighs 8 to 12 ounces? That depends on gender and lifestyle, and that's just average. Your body has more than 60,000 miles of blood vessels and could wrap around the earth twice. The heart beats over 100,000 times a day. Again, that's based on lifestyle of the rich and the famous. Laughing is good for your heart as it reduces stress and releases endorphins. Laugh a little. The earliest known case of heart disease was identified in the remains of a 3,500-year-old Egyptian mummy. Most heart attacks happen on a Monday, so hopefully you're watching this on a Tuesday. Christmas Day is the most common day for a heart attack, so Mr. Collins, I encourage you to put your phone down on Christmas Day this year and maybe not check any bank accounts, okay? Broken heart syndrome is a real thing and can kill you, though it's rare. Cardiovascular system in a nutshell. This is just a glimpse into the world of the cardiovascular system. This system is so intricate and entwines deeply with other systems. It has many forms of disorders, diseases, and defects. Some you're born with, others can be developed through poor health or poor maintenance. I did include radiation disease in here. I think it was cool. It was cool to read a little bit about it. Considering we're in radiology school. Anyway, radiation disease is caused by radiation therapy from cancer treatment. It is among one of the more serious diseases, making the tissue around your heart tough and fibrous, which makes it hard to pump.